Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, why protesters are demanding answers from Columbia University.
And no need to panic, how students are preparing for this weekend's horror film festival.
Plus, today marked the return of an annual networking event. We'll tell you how it went.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brianna Saunders.
And I'm Seth Appleby.
Today, the SUNY Oswego campus welcomed professionals in the media field for the Lewis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. The 19th annual event brought together industry leaders to talk about this year's theme of Behind the Scenes in Hollywood. The summit is meant to help students network with alumni and learn about the different careers in the industry.
Throughout the day, participants made classroom visits to speak with students. The event culminated with a nearly 2-hour panel discussion in the Waterman Theater, with 4 panelists and a moderator. After the panel discussion, attendees networked with participants in the Tyler Hall Gallery.
One of SUNY Oswego's own, Professor Megan Mazzicone, served as a moderator for that panel discussion. As
WTOP-10's Matthew Rivenberg reports, Mazzicone brought her own industry experience to the table.
To graduation from SUNY Oswego, career coach and adjunct theater professor Megan Mazzicone says that SUNY Oswego helped prepare her to be a professional and was a great resource for her.
I made great connections with my faculty and staff, and many of which, with those mentors, I still talk to today.
Mazzicone says that the mentorship that she received, the connections she kept, as well as being involved as a student, helped her get her job at SUNY Oswego.
Well, we came back and taught a workshop, and one of the current theater faculty was super supportive of us coming back, sharing really a lot of the experiences we've had since graduation. And through that, it kind of planted the seed about if we ever wanted to seek out an opportunity full-time.
Mazzicone says she met with Dean Knapp and she showed an interest in wanting to give back like many of SUNY Oswego alumni.
She proposed the idea of me adjuncting a class. And through that, I got introduced to Gary Morris, who is the director of career services, who really introduced me to this world and this position.
Mazzicone says she is honored to be the moderator for this year's media summit.
But I'm so excited and I'm so honored and touched that you all would think of me. That's super humbling and really just exciting.
Mazzicone says that the theme of this year's Media Summit is wonderful.
My journey since graduation has taken me to many different roles, and I think that it's really great to expose students to all the different areas within this industry.
Mazzicone says that everyone can make an appointment with her through their Handshake account.
Meeting with the career services really can help. We have a lot of resources for you.
Career services can help with building resumes and can help guide you in getting future careers and internships. Matthew Rivenberg, WTOP-10.
Matthew, thank you. Wellness management alumni are coming to campus to talk about careers in the field and how to get started. It's happening tomorrow from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Organizers say attendees will learn about enhancing their skills, connect with professionals in the alumni community. Alumni speakers include Emily Soderquist, the Manager of Education at Samaritan Medical Center, and Sakura Sneed, Events Operation Coordinator at Syracuse University. The event is happening in Park Hall, room 315.
The City of Oswego is holding a drug take-back event meant to help community members get rid of any expired or unwanted drugs. The event is happening at Mary's Woods in the Gallagher Building, located at 17550 Provost Street, Lake Oswego. Organizers ask people to bring pill or tablet medications in either a sealed plastic bag or the original container.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The month raises awareness of the impact of domestic violence in 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men, and nearly half of LGBTQ+ people will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. The Oswego County Opportunity SAF program is the only domestic violence and rape crisis provider for Oswego County. SAF will display its survivor flags in locations in the county. Each flag represents a survivor staff served in 2022. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, call the number on your screen. That's 315-342-1600.
SUNY Oswego's Film Club is getting festive for Halloween.
Let's go to our reporter Quinn Galuski for more.
Yes, that's right. I talked with a few students called the Panic Fest. After a stressful weekend of filming, these students are excited for the world to see their films.
It's Halloween, folks, which means that it's the perfect time to watch a horror movie. The Oswego Film Club agrees. Last weekend, students were given 48 hours to write, film, and edit their own short horror films. This weekend, they'll be showing them. Anyone interested in seeing student projects that are both scary and comedic, showings are happening in the Murano Campus Center at 2 p.m. this Sunday. Let's hear a little bit from the students who took part in this event.
So the role I played in the film, The Red Room, was I edited the film and I also was the cinematographer.
I was one of the actors. I was put into a chair. My character got tortured in it.
In the film, I played Agatha, the basic nerd.
I played character Lilith, who's sort of alternative character, emo, goth-esque.
It's definitely scary. We wanted it to be unsettling. We think that the best horror is the kind that makes you kind of queasy, you know?
It's definitely more funny than horror, but I think that it will get laughs out of people after watching some pretty spooky things. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent a day just writing and then going straight into filming. Our editor spent 7 hours straight editing.
I encourage anyone to do it, because what they do is that they'll try and pair you up in groups of other people. So if you've never really done filming before, you'll go with people who have.
Do you think you'll win?
We want to.
No. No.
And there's a lot of talented people besides us. I'm excited to see who else is going to be there, their performances. It'll be fun.
Good luck to everyone who participated.
Reporting live in the studio, I'm Quinn Galuski, WTOP-10.
Quinn, thank you. It's almost November, but it felt more like August outside today.
Let's take a first look at your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist David Rienzo. David?
Yeah, guys, recently the last few days have been quite warm thanks to this south wind that's been coming up. Those past few days have been in the 80s, or 60s, 70s, but we will not have to expect that for very much longer. We do have one more warm day coming in, but this the warm temperature will move out, and we will expect to be back in the 40s. Plus, I'll have more about the first snowfall of the season, and you may not like what day it's coming on. So grab your umbrellas, grab your jackets, but first, back to the desk.
Thank you, David. Demonstrators marched onto Columbia University's campus yesterday to demand answers from the school. The protesters say that they want to know why the school has not opened up an investigation into its former gynecologist, Robert Matt Haddon. He was convicted of sexually assaulting hundreds of patients. And in July, the 64-year-old man was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Survivors say that despite the conviction, Columbia never notified patients about Hayden's loss of medical license and abuse history.
Still ahead tonight, a Rochester University professor is missing. What officials have to say about his disappearance.
Plus, a trip to the bank gone wrong. How one man went from being trapped inside a safe to safety.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Hi, I'm meteorologist David Rienzo. Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. Right now in Oswego, it is 59 degrees with no wind chill, so it still feels like 59. No precipitation recently, so we're still at 0 inches. Tomorrow morning, sun rises at 7:34 and sets at 6:06 p.m. Now, the southwest wind has been keeping us pretty warm recently. We've had past 2 days of 60-degree weather. We can expect some more of that for the coming days, but not for too much longer. First, I want to get into the radar. We've got this cold front coming in from the west. That's going to pull in some moisture, dump it in here. And tomorrow morning, not too much rain, less than an inch, less than half an inch most likely. But just something to keep an eye out for tomorrow morning if you're going for a run in the early a.m. Tonight, at around 12 a.m. It's going to be pretty cool tonight, not too cool, 60 degrees at midnight, cool down a little bit. Expect some rain, as I mentioned just a second ago. Nothing too severe, but it might be a little bit slippery on your way to class tomorrow morning. It's going to be pretty cool, so not much evaporation is going to happen. Tomorrow, as I said, some rain, but it'll still be pretty warm, 68 degrees with a low of 59. That's once again because of the southeast wind, 6 to 8 miles per hour with a precipitation chance of 30%. So it's not going to happen, but still keep an eye out for some rain tomorrow. The southeast wind is going to keep us warm, but it will cool out. But first, here's your spot of forecast. Here's some songs to listen to during the day. Clouds by One Direction. It'll start pretty cloudy in the morning, but as the day continues, clouds will clear out, and you'll have some not exactly clear skies, but mostly cloudy skies. Then it's going to be one of the last days that you can experience some temperatures above 60 degrees. So Warm Love by Van Morrison is also on this playlist. Go out, experience that warm temperature, really appreciate it because you never know when you're going to get it back. Finally, It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls. That's going to fly out because, like I said, it's really just going to be in the AM morning. Now, right now, this is current. Right now, we've got this cold front over most of the Midwest. This is going to move in. No, apologies. It's going to stay pretty constant for the next few days, but it's going to move out on Saturday, and we can experience some really cold temperatures. Now, this is for Halloween. A low of 42 with some clear, mostly cloudy skies, but there is a slight chance of snowfall, so you may want to bundle up underneath your costume, unless your costume is someone, wearing a winter coat. That's a perfectly fine costume. It's going to be pretty chilly on Halloween. Here's your 7-day forecast. High is on Friday, 70 degrees, and it just drops with a low of 44 on Tuesday. It's pretty chilly temperatures with a lot of rain. That's my full forecast. Back to the desk.
Thank you, David. It's not even Halloween yet, but that doesn't stop it from snowing in North Dakota. Snow fell consistently today and is predicted to continue throughout the day tomorrow. Several towns are expected to get 9 to 16 inches of snow throughout Friday morning. The city is asking the public to remain patient as crews work on the clearing emergency routes throughout the storm.
A customer got trapped inside a New York City bank vault yesterday and spent the night inside. The World Diamond Tower customer was accessing his safety deposit box when employees closed the vault door, not knowing the man was still inside. Once the vault is closed, it cannot be reopened until morning when it automatically unlocks. The man was freed after nearly 12 hours with no injuries.
A professor from the University of Rochester has vanished, and police say he may be in danger. Jackie Napier reports.
Carrie's Airbnb on Tuesday afternoon, looking for clues as to where the missing man might be.
You know, we did find evidence that he was there, so we do know he did check into his Airbnb on Friday. Now it's a matter of what happened from there, and that's what we're trying to track down.
According to the University of Rochester, Renta Carey is an associate professor of economics and management. The university says he was reported missing after he did not show up to teach a scheduled class on campus on Saturday morning.
Obviously, it's concerning that he flew here for a specific meeting, to teach a specific class or multiple classes, and has not shown up for them, which is far out, what we're told is far outside his norm.
Police say Renta Carey did not have a car, but his Airbnb was within walking distance of the university.
He's got a family back in Boston, and obviously they're concerned about him as well, and that's what we're trying to resolve here and try to figure out what happened. We need that public assistance. We need that help getting the message out that we can confirm he's okay, because at this point, you know, we do believe he may be in danger.
We will share updates on this as they become available.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues how Airbnb is using AI this Halloween season to crack down on partiers.
And the CDC is issuing a safety alert for a vegetable product you may have in your fridge.
So, that means we're just getting rid of this one.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
It means we just get rid of this.
So we just like skip it. Okay.
Pretty sure that's the one.
I don't know what else. He's talking about child abuse.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on.
Like in the prompter.
They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Is that floated story going to be in the prompter, guys?
Way back in '76.
I can't hear it.
Back when the earth was cool. You're watching WTOP.
In consumer news, ahead of Halloween, Airbnb is using artificial intelligence to crack down on disruptive and unauthorized parties. The company says it's a system that works to prevent some potentially higher-risk bookings. The AI-driven anti-party system looks at hundreds of signals that could indicate a higher risk for a disruptive or unauthorized party. This includes trip length, the distance to the home, and if the booking is last minute. An onion recall is underway. After a salmonella outbreak, the outbreak caused more than 70 illnesses in 22 different states. The company, Gill's Onions, issued the recall voluntarily, and the CDC is issuing a food safety alert. The recall covers diced yellow onions in 3-pound bags and 8-ounce cups. The CDC says people should check their freezers and refrigerators to get rid of any affected products.
Coming up in sports, Matt Sharamita.
But first, sports reporter Mike Neckers joins us with a recap of the latest Laker field hockey. Mike?
Turf, where Cortland showed their field hockey dominance today. They wasted no time scoring 2 goals in the second quarter of the game. A penalty shot by Elizabeth Pratt followed shortly after by a scrappy goal from Gianna Trunfio. The Lakers fought to stay in the game, but 2 more Cortland goals in the third quarter sealed it, with the final score being 4-0 Cortland. The Lakers' next game will be this Saturday at 11 a.m., where the seniors will be honored for Senior Day. That's all on field hockey, but we still have more sports to cover. Matt Sharamita will be in the studio to talk about a men's hockey team loaded with 14 seniors and graduate leaders. One in particular has shown some serious resiliency. For WTOP-10 Sports, I'm Mike Neckers. We'll have more sports for you right after the break.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one. Matthew,
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Story on the ice and on the diamond. For WTOP-10, I'm Matt Sharamita with your Wednesday night sports report. With all odds stacked against him, senior defenseman Tristan Francis makes his long-awaited return to the ice this Friday. Francis was forced to sit out last season after suffering a torn Achilles tendon early on in the year. The veteran says that his return is a long time coming and walked us through what the recovery process looked like earlier today.
They get those smaller twitch muscles to work back to their fullest capabilities, but it was a long road. It was a lot of physiotherapy, a lot of working out, strengthening, all that not so fun stuff.
Francis was certainly not alone in his recovery process, as he couldn't thank his medical staff enough for their help in getting him back out onto the ice. He also expressed the utmost gratitude to his teammates for being there every step of the way and welcoming him back with arms wide open.
I was pretty excited, so I just remember last year when I got on the ice to practice, I got a couple stick taps from them, and it felt really good. So they've been awesome to me.
And alongside his encouraging teammates and helpful medical staff is head coach Ed Gosick, who is entering his 20th season with the Oswego State Lakers. Gosick spoke about the importance of senior leadership to this team, as well as other attributes that Francis brings to the table.
He brings, his skating ability and compete level, obviously, are very important, but just hockey IQ, making intelligent decisions with the puck.
It's been an emotional roller coaster of a year for Tristan Francis, and he is ecstatic to get back out in front of a sold-out crowd in their home opener on Friday night. And speaking of long-awaited returns, NBA basketball is finally back in New York. In Brooklyn, the Nets open up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. BK will lean on some acquisitions from mid-season last year in Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, who have been astonishing two-way players for the team. And in Manhattan, the Knicks open up against the Boston Celtics and will continue to rely on their own standout players in Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. The Nets tipped off at 7:30 and the Knicks at 7. After tonight, both teams hit the road and head south for away games on Friday night. And we're just going to go around the sports carousel tonight as we head over to the Diamond. The Diamondbacks take on the Phillies in Game 7 of the NLCS. Christian Walker gets things started, breaks his thumbs in the batter's box, double play feed, not in time. A run will score. It's going to be Corbin Carroll. What a game for him. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Bottom second, Bohm at the plate, a high drive to left field. No doubt about it, a bank shot for Alec Bohm. His first and only home run of this postseason, and this game is tied. Not until Bryson Stott comes up in the 4th, sends this one to left field. Plenty of green and plenty of good. Alec Bohm wheels around third base. He's going to score. Phillies take the lead, and Bryson Stott has been key for this lineup. 9 RBIs in this postseason, another clutch hit in Game 7. And here's a familiar face. Corbin Carroll delivers again. His sac fly is going to bring Perdomo home. 4-2 D-backs. Phillies fans, so they're starting to sweat this one out. Bottom 9th, Jake Cave has the ball, 2 down. Sewalt lifts it to right, and who else to seal the deal but Corbin Carroll. The D-backs cash in their checks to the World Series before the banks close for the season, and they take on the Rangers in Texas on Friday.
Thanks, Matt.
Stick around for our Pet of the Week after the break.
Kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Tie it.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
La 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 la. Free. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
Meet our pet of the week, Buffy.
Buffy is a 3-month-old kitten.
She is vaccinated and ready to be adopted.
You can find Buffy at the Oswego County Humane Society. I gotta say, I just love when we have Pet of the Week. It's good to have it back. Good to have cats, dogs, whatever on the screen,
Yeah,
you know?
they're adorable. I love to see them.
Yep. Anybody here have cats, dogs?
Not a cat guy.
I'm allergic, but I do love cats, but it's just a curse. I can't pet them.
I have 3 cats. So.
Okay.
That's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for One Too Many.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everybody.
Sweet.
Oh!